seated on our mat. And I'm actually going to turn the light up a little bit. It's quite dark. All right. So come to a nice, easy seat on the mat and come to the breath. Letting the day kind of just wash off of us. Taking a moment to really arrive here. At the center, which is our heart. And so coming to the breath and to our center. Sitting up tall, spine long, shoulders back, lots of space in the lungs. Big deep breaths in and out, eyes closed or cast the gaze downward. Coming to the moment. And I'd like to start with a reading this class. I'm going to end with a reading too, but I really wanted to start here. This is a Native American prayer. Earth, teach me quiet as the grasses are still with new light. Earth, teach me suffering as old stones suffer with memory. Earth, teach me humility as blossoms are humble with beginning. Earth, teach me caring as mothers nurture their young. Earth, teach me courage as the tree that stands alone. Earth, teach me limitation as the ant that crawls on the ground. Earth, teach me freedom as the eagle that soars in the sky. Earth, teach me acceptance as the leaves that die each fall. Earth, teach me renewal as the seed that rises in the spring. Earth, teach me to forget myself as melted snow forgets its life. Earth, teach me to remember kindness as dry fields weep with rain. And so we begin our practice. Sway a little bit from side to side, allowing some of that to sink in. And then let it go without judgment of ourselves or anything else. Let's move our body with our breath, making the connection, the yoga. Make some big circles in both directions, eyes closed or open. And really just noticing that connection between the breath and the body, noticing any sticky places in the body. And we breathe deeply, inhaling and exhaling in through the nose and out through the nose, if that's comfortable. If not, we'll exhale out through the mouth. We'll come up to a nice big tall seat. Inhale, shoulders back, down and away. And exhale, round and curl, tuck the chin to the chest. And inhale again, up. And we continue these inhales and exhales, cat-cow seated. Yogis, I invite you to get lost in the practice here. No other thoughts should invade the mind. Just stay in the moment with the breath and the movement. Do the best you can. Make some more circles, dancing lion, seated. If you'd like to add anything in, add it in. If you want to take anything away and rest, take it away. Come to dancing lion on your hands and knees. Big circles around your mat. Maybe even drop a little bit here in the middle. Pull back into child's pose. So again, just noticing all the spaces in your body that need attention, that need breath. Make sure to go in both directions and linger in any part of this where you feel you need to linger. cat-cow a few times here, hands and knees. And then bring the left hand to center, the right hand to your hip. Make the knees as wide as your mat to stable base here. And take this open. Reach the hand to the sky. And then some big circles in both directions. Really opening up the shoulder here. And then reach up. Exhale underneath and through, and lay down on the back of your head. Don't put too much weight back there. And then this top arm can either stretch all the way up or wrap around. Stay right here. Or maybe you want to lift that leg, left leg up to the sky for balance for a little bit more. Remember not to press too much weight into the head. If that's happening, bring the knee down. Maybe even want to take a bind here. I'm going to offer lots of variations today. Take whatever it is that feels right for you. Slide the left hand back to center and unwind. Right hand reaches back to the sky. Beautiful. Both hands come down. The right hand replaces the left. Left hand comes to hip and twist. Then reach the hand to the sky and take the circles in both directions. And then reach, reach, reach. And thread it through. Top arm reaches up overhead or wraps around. If you want to lift the right leg up, you can. Or maybe just come halfway. Again, yogi's choice here. With the breath. Slide the right hand back to center and re-reach with the left hand. Big open shoulders. Both hands come down, tuck your toes, lift up, downward facing dog. Upside down V, melt the chest back to the thighs, shake your head yes. And gently shake your head no. Up on all 10 tiptoes, bend the knees, turbo facing dog. Paddle your feet, bending one leg in and straightening out the other. Really hold into that for a moment. Take the breath, press through the back heel. And then switch sides and do the other side and press back and stretch. And let's do that a few more times, back and forth. Look to your hands and walk your feet to the top of your mat. Slide your hands to the shins or the thighs. Look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees as much as you need to. And then inhale, rise to stand with a back bend. Take the hands behind your head. Shoulders and elbows open, heart open, breath. And then hands down to your sides, mountain pose. Sun salutation A. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, lengthen, look out. Walk, step, jump, or float to the back of your mat. Lower down, slow and control. Upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Melt into the breath and let the body match the rhythm of the breath. So stay with the breath and the body together. If thoughts come into the mind, allow them in. Welcome them with awareness. And without judgment, let them go. Look to your hands. Walk or float to the top of your mat where you offer out your heart with a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, rise with a back bend. Hands come to heart center. We salute the sun because it rises every day and sets every evening, and we can count on that. The sunrise and the sunset don't always look the same, but we can count on them happening. And so if you can count on nothing else, you can count on that. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, fold down to the earth. Offer your heart lengthen. Walk, step, jump, or float. Vinyasa, up dog or cobra. And exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Remember, you can take child's pose here for rest. You can stay in downward facing dog, or you can even come forward for push-ups if you wanted to add a little bit more. On the next exhale, make your way to the top of the mat. Offer your heart inhale. Fold exhale. And rise again with a back bend and hands back to your heart center. Sun salutation B, sit back in chair pose. Sit back, tuck under the pelvis, feel the legs strong and powerful. Reach through the fingertips. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen and offer. Vinyasa, or just meet me in down dog. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches for the sky. Elevate the pose up on the left hip. Open hip on hip. Make some space. Bring the right knee in to touch the nose. Step it through your hands, low lunge. Keep the left hand down and the right hand up for lunge twist. Maybe reach the hand towards me as you spin the chest to the sky, roll to the outside edges of your feet. Release your hand down again, low lunge. Look behind you at your foot and let your heel drop to touch. Rise up to fingertips, then halfway out, then all the way up for warrior one. The front knee is tracking over the big toe. The thigh is parallel to the earth, the knees over the ankle. Pinky spin in, chest and heart open. Sink down, press in, warrior one. And the breath. Reach forward, hover, tap the earth, step back to plank. Either press back to downward facing dog or lower down all the way or halfway, up dog or cobra. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up on the right toes, open hip on hip, and breathe. Knee to nose, knee to forehead, step through, low lunge, right hand down, left hand up, twist. Bring the hand up and over, lunge, twist. Look toward the sky, spin the chest open. And then both hands down, spin the back heel. Come to fingertips, then halfway, then all the way, warrior one. Sink in and open the heart and breathe. sink a little deeper in that posture. And then come forward, halfway hover. Hands touch, step back. Either press to down dog or take the vinyasa strong up dog or cobra. Exhale, we press back, downward facing dog or child's pose. Level up option to take push-ups. Shake your head yes. And gently shake your head no. Look to your hands and walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen, offer the heart. Exhale, fold and melt. And inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. And stand tall, mountain pose. Hands to heart or down to your sides. First balancing pose, stand on the right leg, bring your left knee up, tree pose, standing on the right leg. Hands stay at heart center, or arms reach out, or hold on for more balance. We'll breathe here, looking 6 to 10 inches in front of you to the earth. Hands come to heart center, knee comes to chest, step back, warrior one. We've been here before. Arms come out to the side, reach forward with the chest and the heart, float the back leg, warrior three, still standing on the right leg. Breathe. Slide the foot back to touch, back to warrior one. Come forward, step back to plank. Down dog, vinyasa, you choose. Meeting in downward facing dog. Feet are hip distance apart, gently pigeon toe the toes toward one another, breathe. Look to your hands, walk, step, jump, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen, look out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Stand tall, mountain pose. Standing on the left leg, right knee to chest. Tree pose, stand on the left, breathe. Hands to heart, hands out to the side, or hands to sky. Keep letting that right knee open out, hip opener, and we breathe. Step back, warrior one. Really sinking into that front knee lunge. Notice the breath. Arms out like airplane wings. Look forward and float the back leg up. Warrior three. Float back, warrior one. With control, with the breath. Release, touch the earth, step back to plank. Lower down, slow and controlled. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Look to your hands, walk to the top of your mat, offer your heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Stand tall, mountain pose. Inhale, chair again. This time up on your tiptoes, reach your hands behind you, half a chair. Squeeze into those thighs, or either forward fold or crow pose. We'll meet back in down dog. Walk, step, jump, or float your way. Breathe wherever you are. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward face. Right leg reaches for the sky, open hip on hip. If you flip your dog, flip your dog. If not, just open and close the leg. Step through, cartwheel open, warrior two. If you have a block, bring it to the outside of your foot. Pump warrior 3 times. With the breath. Straighten out the front knee, triangle pose. Tip this over, hand to block or thigh. Open the chest, open the heart, breathe. Release, reach up and back, exalted triangle. Slowly move towards your second triangle pose, Trikonasana. And then slide your hand forward, finding half moon by kicking the back leg up, tipping over the triangle. Option to take a bind here, opening up the quad and the shoulder, breathe. Or you can stay in that second triangle. We meet back in the warrior two. Cartwheel the hands inside the right leg, lizard lunge, walk the right foot out to the edge of your mat. Either take the back knee down or don't, open out the quad. Maybe come to elbows, or maybe take an arm balance, or whatever feels good for you. Re-engage the 3-legged dog. Right leg floats up to the sky. This time the knee comes into the nose and threads underneath the left side of your body towards the left pinky. Stay here on both hands or reach the left hand up to the sky, fallen triangle. Both hands come back down. One push up here, Downward facing dog. Child's pose rest. Take your hands through your legs, reach for the underneath, and relax. Option here for push-ups if you want more upper body work, take it. Or option here to just rest. Make sure to turn the head so we feel the rest. Meet me back in downward facing dog. Walk, hop, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen, look out. Exhale and fold. Inhale, chair pose again. Stand tall, mountain pose. And stay here for a moment. If you ever need to take a drink or a break, please do that whenever you need. Standing in mountain pose, relaxing into the space. And making room for some gratitude in your life. Allowing gratitude to bubble up right from the inside. And say out loud to yourself 3 things you're grateful for right now. My health, my yoga practice, my friends and family. Sit back, chair pose. Float chair. Squeeze the thighs, lift the hips, reach forward or back. Meet me in down dog, however you like to get there. Downward facing dog, left leg reaches for the sky, opening up hip over hip, or flip the dog if you do. Roll open and reach. Unwind. Step through warrior 2, cartwheel open. And pump warrior 3 times. Straight leg triangle. Maybe step the back foot a little bit closer. Opening up the chest and the heart and breathe. Reach up and back, exalted triangle. Second triangle, reach. Stay here or take half moon. Any way you like. In the half moon, the higher you lift the back leg, the more space you have and the lighter the pose feels. Option to bind. Beautiful, breathe. And we find warrior two again. Cartwheel the hands down inside the left leg, lizard lunge. Really nice opening and stretching here for the psoas and the hips. If you can scoot your hands down to the elbows, do that. Uncurl the toes, left leg reaches for the sky. And now bring the knee to the nose, slide the foot right up to the right fingertips and stay here or open out, fallen triangle. Both hands down, a little push up, opens the IT band and take it back. Downward facing dog. Look to your hands, walk, step, jump, or float to seated pose on your mat. Remove some flesh out from underneath you and reach the hands to the sky. Reach out forward, reach for the toes, lift the chin, and then slide the chest towards the thighs, seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Slowly lift back up, bring the knees up, feet down, hip distance apart, and lower down to your back, slow and controlled, all the way down. Once you get here, hands behind your head, elbows and shoulders open, chin off chest, 20 good strong crunches. You count to yourself, but make them all good. After 20 crunches, take both legs with bent knees over to the right side. As you look to the left, spinal twist. Option, 20 more oblique crunches. If not, spinal twist. Knees back to center and off to the left. Look to the right, spinal twist again. Option for 20 more oblique crunches. Chin off the chest. Both knees up. Bridge pose or wheel pose, lift up and roll the shoulders underneath. Chin off chest, look straight up, hips high. Release down to the earth. Stretch your fingers and toes in opposite directions. Big good morning stretch. Hands to your belly, feet hip distance apart. Shavasana, final posture. If there's anything else you'd like to take, do it now. Maybe there's some more back bending or an inversion or something else. Take whatever it is that you need and come back to the breath. Stay reclining with the breath. As you find this posture, the final posture in our practice, allowing the body to stop moving, still connecting with the breath. Feel the heartbeat and allow it to slow down. Feel the respirations and allow them to get slower as well. As we regulate, notice now any thoughts that start coming into the body, into the mind. Completely surrender to the earth. Allow the thoughts to come without judgment and let them go just as quickly as they come in. Allow them to leave. Yogis value the power of seeing. It is a simple act of observing ourselves. What do I do? How do I react? How do I respond to others? It is particularly useful in situations that have gotten confused, or strictly when we don't know what to do to become unstuck. When we feel overwhelmed or a situation gets too difficult and we can't see our way, watch yourself. Observe. Let yourself really see and be present in the moment, in the situations that you're in. Watch yourself as a neutral observer would, without any judgment. Try to see the other person in the same way. And then watch how the two of you interact, how you respond to each other. Watch yourself think and watch yourself feel. See the actions you take. You don't have to talk about what you're doing. Just stay with yourself. Continue to do this again and again, and soon you'll begin to see situations change and evolve and take turn for the better. The power of seeing oneself is so important and so easy to claim. This can help, can heal. Observing the impact of behavior or energy, how we look at someone, including ourselves, can have an impact and cause change. Yogis, there's power in seeing, but there's even more power if that seeing is done through the eyes of love. So I invite you, yogis, to really watch and really see yourself in all situations, but always without judgment, through a lens of love. Feel free to continue to stay where you are in this posture of Shavasana, relaxed and controlled breath. Or if you're more comfortable, come to seated to finish practice. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May we contribute to that happiness and freedom. Until our paths cross again, I wish you peace, love, and delight. Thank you so much.